Hey, what's up guys? Today we will learn how to play chess, not checkers, on the tennis court with different tennis tactics. So let's get right into it.
Hey, what you need, yeah? Man, I got it, wow. What you say, hey? We about it, get the cream, yeah. Why you slacking? Why you talking all the top, boy, you can't. What you need, hey? Yeah, I got it, with the team, yeah. We about it, wow. Get the cream, yeah. Why you slacking?
Right, what do I mean when I say to play chess and not checkers? A lot of players go through their careers and they never really know how to separate the court and how to properly use tactics. Tennis tactics, it's one of the best hidden secrets of our sport, and truly only the top players and top coaches have the knowledge that I'm going to share with you now. The first concept you have to understand for tennis tactics is the ABCD court separation. So you see a lot of lines on the tennis court, but I will separate it even more for you. So we start right here. This area is the A position, this is the B position, this is the C position, and this is the D position. So typically a right-handed player will play a forehand in A and B and a backhand in C and D. And then we will get more into the different positions, what shots you want to use in later videos. But for today it's important to keep those in mind for certain placements in the upcoming tactics. Quick video break. If you like these tennis tips, then subscribe to the channel, and now back to the video. I want to tell you a quick story of my tennis career and how I improved my level tremendously when I started to use patterns and tactics. When I came out of college, I was very motivated and I was playing on the Futures Tour, but I was recording a lot of losses on a weekly basis. I had very good shots, and oftentimes I had opponents almost at a win for myself, at a loss for them. But then I kind of let them go because I got a bit nervous, which is typically normal, and I went away from the strategies that previously worked. The problem is, at the time I didn't have the awareness, I didn't know what tactics I was actually using, and it wasn't until I sat down, piece of paper, and kind of taught myself the patterns that I'm going to show you in this video and in further videos. And then I go into certain points and I'm telling myself, okay, I will play this shot here, second shot there, third shot there, like chess, 3 moves ahead, and this gives you security. So now I cannot lie to you, it will never be in every point that you can play the strategy that you put in your head, but it gives you calmness and structure, which can elevate your level 5, 10, 20%, which will make a big difference in beating better players for yourself. So today we will cover different baseline patterns. No serve and no return will be involved. This is typically what we call open play when the ball is in play. This happens a lot more on slower surfaces, but the baseline game is the key foundation for success on the tennis court. I will show you different patterns. You might not be able to do all of them and you might not like all of them, but they will broaden your horizon and you can see which of these patterns fit with your strengths and your weaknesses. One thing you have to keep in mind on the baseline, oftentimes people say, oh, this player has a good forehand, this player has a good backhand. But if you go into a more profound analysis of an opponent, you have to take into consideration how is he or she playing the forehand on the run, how is he handling different spins. And this is where these tactics come to play, that you use certain patterns that could expose weaknesses of the opponent. So this is a very important mentality when you're analyzing and scouting your opponents. And I hope and I'm sure that some of these patterns could reveal weaknesses in the game of your opponent, which you then exploit to win more. First pattern, backhand cage. Keep your opponent in the backhand until you get full control of the point and then finish with a shot into the open corner. The second pattern from the baseline, I like to call it cat and mouse. You will use the entire court by playing a short slice, moving your opponent a bit forward, and then combining it with a deep ground stroke. This works very well because most players nowadays, they don't want to come to the net, so they will try to move back already after hitting your short slice. But if you have a deep shot, pulling them really far back, you will have probably an error from them or an easy shot to finish the point. Third pattern, CDA. Control the point from the forehand inside out position. This is a very strong position on the court, arguably the strongest you can have if you have a good forehand. You will play the first shot forehand inside out into the backhand of the opponent. Second shot you will play again inside out, drawing the opponent with an angle of the court. And then the third shot you will play the ball into the open corner to make an easy point. One thing with this pattern, you don't have to be too afraid of opening up your own forehand side, because if you play a good ball with shape or with speed inside out into the backhand of the opponent, it is very difficult for them to change direction down the line, and even if they do, you have a running forehand which you should hit cross court into the open court for an easy point. Let's go. Fourth pattern, middle rampage. You will hit a lot of balls fast and deep through the middle. This will give your opponent no angle to attack you. This will force a short ball, which you then attack into the open corner and preferably approach the net with. The fifth and last pattern of today is the backhand variety. So you have to use your backhand in all different kinds of forms and shapes, and you have to develop the shot to do that in order to be more dangerous from the baseline. Right now I will focus on putting one backhand deep and strong, next one with spin and possibly angle, then using the slice, and then finally opening up the court down the line and focusing on actually not hitting too deep, because when you change direction it can be more difficult for your opponent when you hit the backhand a bit shorter. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed today the tactics talk about tennis. If you like this type of video, let us know in the comments. And also let me know which patterns you want me to cover next. And as always, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.